welcome back to Out Chicago. Scott Duff here, along with Ellen Miller, just rolling along. History was made when Madison Alder Dina Martinez-Rutherford secured the Democratic nominee to represent the 76th District in the State Assembly. And joining us now is our good friend, Dina Martinez-Rutherford.
Hello, you two.
Hello.
And congratulations.
I hope you are watching this on YouTube because I am smiling so big and so wide for you. Congratulations. What was that day like?
Thank you so much, both of you. Thank you. It was wild. It was the first time in a year that I just had a chance to hang out with my best friends. And so I went to breakfast and just kind of chilled a lot of the day, and then, did some signing at the, held signs at the polling places. But, and then the party came, and I didn't know what was going to happen. It was a hard race.
I know,
close.
yeah. But Wisconsin, y'all were just like kooky pants this cycle, weren't ya?
We told Texas, hold our beer.
Yeah, yes. And you're, oh my gosh, totally.
It was wild.
I can only imagine. It's like, so what were you, like, where were you when the results were coming in? Like, where did you watch the polls?
We were at a brewery called Giant Jones Brewery that's owned by a trans lady and her wife. And it's where we started, where we launched, where we did Trans Day of Visibility. And they've been incredible partners. And it was just lovely coming back to the place it all started. Very full circle.
Yeah. Yeah. I can only imagine. It's so great. So, and now the work begins again.
And now the work begins.
Yeah, again. Still. So okay. So what would you say are some of your accomplishments as Alder that you think, and what would you say that what do you hope that should you win, that you can take to the state assembly?
Well, as an Alder, I've helped secure over $60 million in affordable housing investments, something I'm really proud of. I removed credit score from subsidized housing applications. I mean, we already know that people that are seeking subsidized housing are having, yeah,
because actually,
they're going through it.
Yeah, a friend of mine who has had like a very interesting run-in with his landlord, a trans man who's had some very interesting run-ins with his landlords and situations. And he's like, look, he always pays his rent. He's always on time. I work with him, but he's like, my credit score is really bad because of a former relationship screwed everything up. And so he had to get out of his lease, but fortunately he was able to find somewhere like that. But the credit score can really, really mess somebody up when it comes to renting, even though they have like a good history of paying rent on time.
Right. Absolutely. I mean, it's ludicrous, it's arbitrary, and it's a way to keep people out of housing, and people need housing.
I know that's
it's so shocking that we can so easily deny people housing based on, a bad experience, an experience with an ex, losing your job and having to deal with something. It's perverse to me. And so, doing that for subsidized housing applications at the city was a good start. But I think we need to figure out ways to really be able to offer stability and sustainability for people that are just struggling and people that have struggled and are back on their feet but are trying to keep on their feet, stay on their feet, right?
Yeah,
and we look at housing when you're it's so much cheaper to keep someone in their housing than rehouse them. So let's just keep people in their homes, save money from a state level, and do right by humans.
There you go. I'm doing that. I'm doing the little millennial snap.
All the sense. Dina, what would you say to a transgender kid in a small Wisconsin town who sees what's happening nationally, politically in this country, and is frightened about the future? What would you say to them?
Well, I understand how frightening it is, and I want you to know that there is hope. There's hope in community, and there is a movement of people that value who you are and will welcome you any chance they get. And now you will be able to see somebody who's trans in a space of power fighting for you. Mm-hmm. I'm so honored, and it's weird.
Yeah. I
was. Go ahead.
No, you go.
I was just talking about this with my best friend, and he was like, when we met in 2005, did you ever see this happening? And I was like, definitely not.
I know, right?
That's what makes life fun.
I know. That is what,
and interesting, right?
Because we met in 2012 or something, like somewhere, like right after you moved to Madison. It was like early in 2014 or something. And it's like, oh, we're just like the funny gay kids over here. And now look at you. It's incredible.
Yeah.
And I think part of that, your history, your story in terms of your own struggles with, just struggles being like you were a server, you worked in the service industry, you were an independent producer, like you understand what real people go through. And, I think that story kind of maybe helped. I don't know. You were on the ground.
Yeah.
What do you think? As you were talking and listening to the constituents that you may represent, I mean, you're already on the city council, so you represent a lot of Madison anyway. What were you hearing from them that they were like, this is what we need, and we see you, we understand you, get it? Yeah.
I mean, it was a little bit of multiple things, right? The biggest thing is everybody's starting to feel the crunch. They're scared. They're terrified of the authoritarian takeover that's happening at our federal government. They want people who are going to stand up and fight. And you know me.
I know. Look out.
I come from Dallas, and I was a drag queen, so do not mess with me. People are terrified, and they want their property taxes lowered, and they want to be able to afford rent. And I think being someone who has experienced the way that policy fails poor people and working people made sense to them. And I think they felt that. And I think they felt how personal this run was for me.
Yeah.
I say it's not political, it's personal, but politics are dumb and weird, and it's just a bizarro world. It's insane. And also, I understand that to get anything done, we have to be in that space collaborating.
Well,
and then the other thing is, sorry, I know you need to wrap up really quickly because I'm a talker.
No.
But I was going to say, and the other thing is that people are concerned about their neighbors. They understand how much homelessness we're experiencing in Madison. They understand that those are human beings that are valued and need to be taken care of. And I believe that any housing program has to include homelessness services. It has to include rapid rehousing. It has to include homelessness diversion. It has to include mental health services, addiction care, all of those things. I think one of the things that really gets people tripped up is they get in and they're just focused on one thing, but everything is so intricately tied together. We're all part of the system, and the systems all feed into other parts of the systems. How do we make that to where it's finally working for people instead of working for power?
Yeah, I couldn't have said it better myself. Now, look, our time is wrapping up a little bit, but I want to make sure that people know. So, as you are heading towards the midterms, what are the next steps for you, and how can people, support your campaign?
Yeah. Well, the campaign was a competitive primary. I have a Republican opponent for the general, but it's very unlikely in this district that a Republican will win. So,
Good to hear.
so any support that you give to me during this will help us take care of the things we need to take care of for the last bits of this campaign, and also go to support our Democratic Party throughout the state, making sure that people are taken care of, making sure that we can actually elect David Crowley to governor, and so we can actually flip the Senate and the Assembly.
Amen to that.
So we can get stuff done.
Yes.
You know?
Yes.
Well, good luck to you making history, because I know you will. You'll be the first
Thank
transgender person ever to serve in the Wisconsin legislature. And that visibility alone hopefully will give people hope all over Wisconsin and all over the country. So kudos to you. Good luck.
So. Thank you. And you can go to votedinanina.com to find out more and to chip in.
There you go. And as I said earlier in the show, look, I hate using the phrase love in action because it's a prayer to go kind of reference, but you really are love in action. You were like, I see a problem that these people are suffering. I want to help them. And that I think is the most wonderful thing about you. I am so stinking proud of you. I can't even see straight. But that's Derdoy. I can only see things gay. Go to vote for Dina Nina, votedinanina.com to find out more about the campaign. Madison Alder and Democratic nominee for Wisconsin State Assembly, Dina Nina Martinez-Rutherford. Thank you so much for joining us today, and good luck as you head towards the midterms.
Thank you. Thank you both.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.